Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to our Technocraft Academy YouTube channel. So today we are going to cover a small introduction session on master course on data analytics. So let me introduce about our Technocraft Academy. Okay, so I'm waiting for a couple of minutes so a few other members can join and then we can start. Okay guys, so let's begin with the session today. So first, let me give a small introduction about our Technocraft Academy. So this is an institution where we provide trainings on the different courses like computer application, the basic computer application and the advanced computer applications, and then on the spoken English for the mechanical and the automobile industry for CAD, CAM, and CAE, and data analytics course and the full stack development. We also provide assistance in the placements. So we provide 100% of placement guarantee, where we help the candidates for the resume building, interview preparations, also train on the different skill sets, and we also have a direct connection with the industry partners and the HR recruitment teams, so which helps us to place the candidates. Okay, this is a small introduction about our institution called Technocraft Academy. So now let me give a brief introduction about myself. So I'm Monica S, working as a corporate IT training head at Technocraft Academy. I have 7 years of experience as a senior data analyst. I have worked for multiple MNCs. So now I'm working as a IT training head at Technocraft Academy. Okay, so let's begin our today's course on data analytics. So first, let us go through the agenda. So today we are going to cover different topics like what is data analytics and what's its importance, and also we can explore some of the real world applications of the data analytics in today's world, and then what are the different jobs or the career paths that are available as a data analyst, and what are the skill sets and the courses, and what are the different tools that are required to be a data analyst. Okay, so let's begin with the introduction of data analytics. So we all know that data is neither in the structure format every time, so it will be a raw data. So first and the most important thing is like We need to examine this raw data, identify the patterns, trends, and then get a useful information so that we can make a better decisions. So this is called a data analytics. So this involves a statistical knowledge, programming knowledge, and also the different tools to be a data analyst. So we know what like now we know what is data analytics. So let's know what are the different steps that are involved in this data analytics. The first step is data collection, which means gathering the information or the data from different source. We know that it cannot be in a single, the data cannot be found in a single source, or it's not just on premises or cloud. So we need to combine all this data and make a better decision. So first step is the data collection, and the next one is data cleaning. So most of us we don't pay much attention towards this data cleaning, but this is the very most important step or the topic in data analytics is data cleaning. So which involves like removing the errors, or if there are any duplicate values, null values, and irrelevant details. So we need to prepare a proper accurate data set before we start analyzing the data. So the next step is the data analysis, which means here we'll even though after getting the clean data, then we need to, it's not like we'll have all the required information. So that time we need to apply our some of the mathematics or the statistics in order to get a better calculated columns and different KPIs, so that the users can get a correct visual. Next one is the data visualization. So data visualization involves after making all the proper data, so we need to arrange it or present it in a proper manner. So for that we use a different tools in order to build a data visualizations. The next one is the decision making. So this is the last step, which is used for the problem solving and storytelling, and create a new opportunities. So these are the different steps involved in data analytics. So let's now see what are the different types of data analytics. So the first one is the descriptive analytics. So descriptive analytics involves the data, like what happened. It depends upon the existing data or the historical data, where we make analysis. And the next one is diagnostic analytics. So diagnostic analytics is nothing but just getting to know why it happened, what were the different reasons. For example, what caused the sales to drop, or what caused the um, a company to get into a loss. So these are the things that we can get it from the diagnostic analytics. And then we have a predictive analytics. So predictive analytics involves, sound is not clear ಅಂತ ಕೆಂಪಲ ಕೇಸ್ ಒಫ್ನತೆ. Sorry everyone, there was a bit network issue. So now let's see what is a predictive analytics. So predictive analytics is nothing but to predict what will happen in the future depending upon the data that we have. So it might be like forecasting for about the sales for the next quarter or the next month. So depending upon that, we can decide on what should be the budget. So that will be for the predictive analytics. So the next one is the perspective analytics. So perspective analytics is depending upon like after predicting, so we need to make a decision. So what should we do if we see there is a downfall in the sales? Then we can think of what are the best decisions that we can take to improve our sales. So that is nothing but a perspective analytics. So now let's see what are the applications of this data analytics. So it is used in the business, healthcare, engineering, finance, sports. Okay, so in the business, it is mainly for the sales forecasting, risk management, and all. So for the healthcare, it is for the decision predictions and patient care optimizations and all. Engineering involves like a quality control or a product improvements. In the finance, it might be finance or banking for the fraud detections and the investments. And in the sports, it's for the performance tracking and game strategies like and the planning for the future games and all. So here in all the different domains, the data analytics is used. So next topic is why the data analytics matters. So we know that it is mainly the data analytics is for making the proper decisions. So most of the businesses involve evidence-based decisions are involved. So in order to reduce the risk, so the data analytics is used here, and also to improve the efficiencies like and based upon that we can have a cost cuttings and plan the budgets accordingly. So for that we need a data analytics. Also it is used in the different in domains like customer insights, forecast predictions, and competitive edge, real world impact, business decision making, healthcare domains, finance, and all this. So, in all these fields, we require a data analytics. Now, let's check some of the real world examples of data analytics. So, the first one is the retail. So not only Amazon or Walmart, it can be any other um, retail one like Mintra or any other. So here, like we have a customer data based upon the customers' purchase history and their browsing data, so we can recommend the new products for them. So we might have all seen some of the advertisements and all getting in the social medias. Based upon our browsing histories from these like websites like Amazon and all. So it is all depending upon the data analytics. So they are using the data analytics to know what the customer is interested in. So based on that, we'll getting the advertisements and all. So also to analyze the shopping trends, like if there is any, we can see like um, one of the costume getting highly purchased allowed by the customers. So most of the there will be a requirement for the same costume by different people. So this is all how they get to know is by using the data analytics only. So the example for this is like Amazon recommends engine drive 35% of its sale based upon this analysis only. So it is also used in entertainment field as well, such as Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, and all. So based upon the users, it tracks like what the user is interested in, which videos he is watching, or which music they are listening. So based upon that, they make the decisions like what music needs to be come into the world, or like what the users are not disliking and all. So these all things they are calculating based upon data, and based upon the analysis they are making using this data. And now we have a healthcare domain. So in the healthcare domain, so to give a very real world and the most recent example is about the COVID-19. So we all know that COVID-19, like a lot of people lost their life because of this COVID-19. So after gathering all the information, patient history, what are the symptoms they are facing, and making a proper analysis, and all like the Medicare faculties come with some of the drugs or the medicines that can be used to treat this COVID-19. So all these analysis and all the um, predictions they have made using the data analytics, we can say. Okay, so the next one is in the banking and the finance one. So this is one of the most popular domain, like where the data analytics is used is the banking and the finance. So this is mainly for in order to detect the frauds, and what are the transactions they make, and also what will be the investment plans and all, in order, and also to make the risk calculated decisions and all. This analysis is required. That is also involves the data analytics. The next one is automobile and engineering domain. Not only these banking or finance, and also even in the automobile industry also the companies analyze the data, like they based upon the uh, history, they predict like what are the maintenance required, and before any complaints they get, so they fix it. And also what are the new features that are required in order to improve their existing features and come up with the new models in the world. So analyzing the data is very important here. And next one is the logistic and supply chain. So it uses the data to optimize delivery routes, which helps saving the time and the fuel. And also it predicts the delays, uh, which might be due to different climate or weather conditions and all. Also the data analytics is required in sports industry as well, in order to analyze the performance and of other players, and they can make strategies how to win against opposite team based upon what are the their what are the tricks and tactics that the opposite players are used, gathering their history data and coming up with the opposite plans in the tricks. So here also which involves analyzing, gathering the data and analyzing here. So just to summarize, what are the different sectors where data analytics is applied is nothing but banking, finance, healthcare, retail and e-commerce, manufacturing companies as well, IT, software, and sports. So in all these sectors, data analytics is used, even though we don't realize it, but it is used in most of the sectors. Okay, now let's look at what are the different job roles or the career paths that are available in data analytics. So for the entry level or the freshers, we have a different roles like a data analyst, business analyst, and a reporting analyst. Even though it sounds like a similar here, so data analyst is nothing but who mainly involves in analyzing the data. So it involves cleaning, gathering. So we have already seen what are the different steps that are involved in the data analytics. So all these steps are involved in data analytics. So next one is the business analyst. So business analyst also involves all these steps which are required for the data analyst. Along with it, business analyst mainly helps in bridging the business needs and the data insights, mainly focusing on the strategies and getting the business for the different companies and all. So it involves a business analyst. Next one is the reporting analyst. So reporting analyst is a one of the person who works mainly upon creating the dashboards and reports. So this is like after analyzing the data, then we put it into a proper structured, visually appealing format using the different charts, KPIs, different customized visuals. So they put it into a very visual appealing reports. And then we have mid-level roles, or one of the already experienced professionals with technical skills. So there we have a data engineering role, database administrator role, and operation analyst. So these are some of the roles that I have listed, guys. It's not like only these roles. Okay, so a data engineer involves like in order to gather the data, we need a pipelines, data flows, and all. So data engineer is the one who builds like all these pipelines by querying the data, writing the different programs involving different tools in order to get a proper data. And then we have a database administrator, so who is involved basically in managing all the data in the databases, and also ensuring there is a data is proficient, secured, and there is no any redundant data. So all these and also the access part, so this all will be carried out by the database administrator. And then we have a operation analyst. So the operation analyst uses the data to improve the organizational efficiency. So in order to get a better profit for the organization, so the operational analyst suggests some of his ideas like how we can improve our organization or institution in this competitive corporate world. Then we have some of the specialized or the advanced roles like a data scientist, machine learning engineers, quantitative analyst, marketing analyst. So a data scientist is one of the most trending job now. So data analyst scientist involves data analysis and data engineering. So it is the next role of data engineering, we say. So data scientist involves like a predictive data modelings, and which involves the machine learning, generative AI to be a data scientist. And then we have a machine learning engineer, which mainly develops on the which these guys deploy the machine learning knowledge and the generative AI into the real world systems to get a better models or the data. Then we have a quantitative analyst who applies the data analytics knowledge in the banking, trading, finance, or even the healthcare domains. A market analyst is basically in order to improve the markets and to know what is the trending things going on in the real world. So marketing analyst like advertising and all that involves that all comes under the marketing analyst role. Okay, then we have a managerial and leadership roles as well. So these roles comes after the an advanced or the after the basic all the levels. So this comes with the most experienced and professional candidates who can lead the teams, leadership qualities. So we have an analytics manager, data product manager, chief data officers. So here basically the manager itself tells that it's a leading a team, engaging a team and getting work done by them. So that it involves these managerial and leadership roles. Okay. Now we know like what are the jobs and the career paths that are available. So now let's get to know like what are the different skills that are required for any of the person to be a data analyst. So the first one is the mathematics and statistics. So this is a very most and the basic skill set that is required in the mathematics. Like we involve the data analysis involves like a lot of calculation predictions. So for that we need probability knowledge, distribution, correlation, sampling, and experimental designs. All this data is required for any one person to be working as a data analyst. And then programming and querying is also required in order to get the data into a proper platform or in a proper structured way. So first we need to collect the data. So collecting data involves programming and querying. So here we have listed SQL, Python, and Excel. So SQL is basically in order to get the data and transform a data. It is required, and Python is for analyzing and also to transforming the data, visualizing, and for the interactions and all we use Python, R, and query and all. And Excel is one of the oldest Microsoft application that is used. Um, so for the quick analysis and formulas we use this Excel. Okay, then data cleaning and preparation. So this is one of the most important skill that is required. So if we need to put the data in a proper manner, then we need to clean the data first. So that knowledge is very most important. So for in order to make it easy instead of manually working, so we can use pandas and numpy of Python in order to clean the data and get the data in a structured manner. So ETL process is a very important. So we all know ETL is nothing but extracting, transforming, and then loading the data. So this is one of the most critical step involved in data analytics. Then we have a data visualization. So after all collecting the data and transforming it, calculating all the required information, data, and all, then we need to present it in a proper manner so that users can get to know it very easily, even without explaining. So for that, we use different tools like Tableau, Power BI, Excel, Spotfire. So these are some of the tools that are used for data visualization. So and Python is used for in order to get the custom visuals. We can prepare our own visualizations depending upon the need. So for that we use Matplotlib, Seaborn libraries of Python. So after visualizing the data, we need to have a business and domain knowledge. So in order to present the data, we need to have a what is the requirement and the data we are working on it. So we need to have a knowledge on the data. So first we need to understand the data that we are going to analyze. So for that, it is a business and domain knowledge is required. Next one is the analytical thinking and problem solving. So we all have these skills, but if you don't know like how to put it, like what is the required things, so then it's of no use. So analytical thinking is very much required. So most of the companies they don't check all these skills. The main thing they check is like how the person thinks, how he can provide the solutions, how he can present it in a proper manner. So for that we need a analytical thinking. And next one is the communication and storytelling. So after putting all the data in a proper manner, so we need to be able to explain it to the other person, so in a proper manner. So uh, even the end users don't have a knowledge on this domain, or they are not from the IT background, they should also get to know like what we are intending to explain here. So that is the main that is also a main thing that is required, communication and storytelling. Okay, now we know what are the skills that are involved in data analytics. So now let's see what are the different tools that are used for this data analytics. So for the programming and querying, we use a Python. In the Python we have like different libraries are available, pandas and numpy. These are most of the most commonly used libraries. Mainly for getting the data we use a pandas, and numpy is used for calculations and all. Matplotlib and Seaborn, these are for customized visualizations. We use all these different libraries. So we need to install this Python like in our all the different um, even in the visualization tools also we need to get configuring these libraries, and then we can start working on it. Also we have R and SQL. So I think a lot of people have might worked on the SQL. So SQL is one of the most used querying language and also the database. Okay. Then for visualization, we have a different tools like Tableau, Power BI, Excel, Google Data Studio. So these are most trending visualization tools that are used in current corporate world now. So Tableau, Power BI being a Microsoft free application, Tableau is a paid one. But before Power BI, Tableau was the one who ruled the corporate world, we can say. And then Excel is one of the most um, like most used and very like very popularly used tool from a very long background. And then we have a big data and cloud platforms for advanced roles, like we saw some of the advanced roles like data scientist and data engineering roles. So these roles involves these Hadoop, Azure Databricks, Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, Azure Data Factory, data warehouses, Snowflake, and all. So these all the rules they require these knowledges. And then we have our data management. For data management, we have MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle databases, And for the ETL processes, we use Informatica, Ultrix, Talent. These are the tools that are used for the ETL processes. Okay, so what are the now we know what are the skills tools that are required for the data analytics. So now let me cover what are the different different sub courses that are involved in this complete master data analytics course are fundamentals of data analytics that we covered today, and then we will be going through the Excel and data handling, SQL and database, Python for data analytics, data visualization tools, statistics for the data analysis, and capstone projects. So we are going to cover fundamental of data analytics. There is a course number one, business studies, and then we have a course two, advanced Excel. Then I will be covering the course three, SQL. Then I'm going to the data visualization, Power BI. Or I can cover the Python first, and then I'll go for the data visualization tools, Power BI and Tableau. So here I'm going to cover two different visualization tools for BI and Tableau, and then at the end we'll cover the AWS. So these are the different courses that I'm going to cover in this Master Data Analytics course. Okay, everyone. Thank you for watching my video. So please follow us on the different social medias. We have a community on the WhatsApp as well. You guys can register there. We have channels on the different social medias LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Please follow us and support us. And also, if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. Thank you, guys. We'll meet you in the next session.